It's time for the show that brings the magic right to your speakers. Ears Up!
All right, everyone, welcome back. Here we are, Ears Up podcast, live studio version. We are, in fact, on, in case you missed the press release, which I don't know why you would, Ears Up podcast is now on live stream. So you go to new.livestream.com in case you're listening to this on the old podcast method, and you can watch us live on the show. So, we'll actually be starting to announce when our live shows are, because we're going to do some contests. Last show we did a little trivia, and we'll do some more at some point very soon. We are on the free account because to have like a monthly account where you can archive your shows permanently entirely is like $100 a month. No one has money for that right now. So it's they're up for 30 days. So if you're interested to see what we look like, if you're interested to see what our studio looks like, head over to new.livestream.com, search Ears Up podcast. And then you too can see exactly what we're all about. I'm not entirely sure. Is this thing working? I don't even know. Can't even tell, dude. This whole system is funky. I think it's fine. I think it's going good. Mm-hmm. So today we are talking about Taryn. What are we talking about? This is a Taryn show.
Yes,
for all you Taryn fans out there.
Today we're going to talk about holidays in Disneyland, specifically the winter holidays.
That's your favorite time in Disneyland, right?
It is. It is my absolute favorite time. I loathe the years that I miss it.
Why are you glaring at me?
Well, because it might be this year.
But I can't imagine it really will.
I don't think it will. I thought you guys were going down when we go down.
Well, yeah, but if we get rid of our passes.
Well, you see, now that I say that, I can't remember why I thought it. But if we go to Disney World in September, then we have to pay to get in versus just getting that deluxe pass or something like that to get in and do the thing. So I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do is.
I don't either.
The right thing to do is to renew your passes. That's the right thing to do.
But then if we go to Disney World in September, then that's a big. Then I don't want to have to pay for like 6 days in Disney World, because you can't go to Disney World for like 2 days or something like that.
Well, what I've heard is that when you go to Walt Disney World, that you can do the Magic Kingdom in like a day, because it's basically the same thing as Disneyland except run down. But it takes
run down.
That's what I've heard.
That's
I've heard
the only place I want to go.
Yeah, I just heard they don't put as much effort into it as they put into Disneyland. Like it's still still like the medieval theme and Fantasyland area and stuff like that. That's just what I've heard.
Really?
This is what I've heard from someone that just came back. They said that they did not like the Magic Kingdom, but everything surrounding it was fantastic.
See, that's why I think we should just skip Walt Disney World and just go to Disney Paris.
I agree. I kind of agree, because it's cheaper to go to Disneyland Paris than it is to go to Disney World.
Yeah.
Flights and everything. You have flight packages and nonsense. Yeah.
I bet we could still get our Canadian friends to come with us.
I think they would go to Disneyland Paris. But see, the
Maybe.
problem is if I make that journey to Disneyland Paris, I'm just going to stay in Europe for like 3 weeks, and I don't have money for that.
Yeah, that is part of the problem.
Because if you go all the way over there, you need to vacation, because that's a pricey ticket. So, Yeah. Whereas in Florida, there's nothing to see. You go see some locations where Dexter was shot, and that's about it.
Well, we could go to Harry Potter Land, or whatever it's called.
Well, Beverly is so now that we're on live stream, Beverly is running our commercial, not commercials, our cameras, and she was just applauding that fact.
Yeah, I would totally go there.
Bev, you want to go? You want to go with us? Let's go. Are you buying us the tickets? Isn't it like super expensive to go to both? That's what I read somewhere. Do you know? You've probably done your research on that.
It's not that bad.
Bev's a huge Harry Potter fan. And she hurt her back ironing, by the way. So she's like taking her
She's
sweet
also
time.
85.
She's very gingerly to move to the things. Oh, are you up? Why? I don't understand. No? Why? Oh,
No.
There we go, because you're right here.
Nope.
Why aren't you on?
She doesn't exist.
I'm still. Oh, there.
There we go.
Hi.
Hi.
I have done some research, and I have. I apologize if you can hear Tangled in the background in my booth, because that's what Abby's watching.
Uh-oh.
Again.
Great.
Of course.
I'm going to have to edit it out. I don't want to get sued.
But Yeah, so flight and lodging in a Disney World hotel. There are several of those, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, lots of options.
They're building more too, by the way.
About $600 total round trip from what I've found per person.
That's not very bad.
That's
No.
not that
Is that
bad.
like taking like
And I
8
think that
single
that
prop
may-
hoppers around the country first? It takes you 4 days to
No.
fly there?
It's a straight flight.
What
I
about
travel with
Harry
a 3-year-old.
Potter Land? Whatever it's called. Wizarding World of
I think that
But
I
it's-
included because I always do everything through Expedia, and I think I clicked in the tickets just to get a price, and I think it was somewhere between $400 to $600 per person, including tickets.
And Harry Potter Land's coming to Universal and
It's not
Hollywood.
the same.
in
It's
It's
not
like
gonna be the same,
Disneyland
yeah.
going to Florida. It's not.
Yeah,
the
it's not
same.
going to be the
But
same.
in reverse, it's probably going to be smaller.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll
And
think
let's
about
be clear, I'm going to go to Disney or to Harry
both.
Potter Land in
Yes.
California.
it. yeah.
That's the official name.
Harry Potter Land, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Beverly.
Cool story.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Find us on iTunes. We're on TuneIn Radio. We're on Stitcher. Everywhere where fine podcasts are streamed and aggregated, I suppose. We're also on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all that kind of stuff. We do some cool news. We post some cool news. We talk a little bit. Taryn runs some cool games and contests on Instagram. So follow her on that. That's pretty fun. If you have feedback on the show, we'd love to hear what you guys have to say. We'd love to hear what you think. Any problems, any issues that we have, anything that we're saying that's not true, anything we're saying that you didn't know, let us know. Taryn at EarzUp-podcast.com. Terrence is also here. He has an email address, Terrence at EarzUp-podcast.com. I have one, Jason at blah-blah-blah.com.
blah-blah-blah.com.
Yeah. Send us whatever you want. I don't know. We like getting email from people. It's fun. Except when it's not fun. Then it's not fun. We also have a blog at obviously EarzUpPodcast.com where we don't also post the shows. We also do some articles and some cool stuff. We have some guests and some friends do some writing and stuff too, which reminds me that our good friend Mart Starkey owes us at least 2 pieces of writing that
Yeah.
that guy.
Well, I think maybe calling him out on air might help.
Yeah, I hope if he's listening, I hope he's still in the chat room there. Yeah, we do a live stream of a chat now, which I'm
Yeah.
so excited about.
I've been watching the chat.
Awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
I know, I can tell.
I'm interacting. I'm still interacting.
I know. On our last show, we had a giveaway. We played a game, and
Yeah.
we gave away a handcrafted. I don't know what you call it, a replica of I don't know, a craft. I need to know how to describe this.
It's a replica of one of the Haunted Mansion
Skulls.
Nightmare Before Christmas wreath skulls.
Yes.
Sure, there you go. That sounds pretty good. Our good friend Pushy Jack, who did our audio, he does our intros and stuff like that. He's also a good friend. He's a DIY person. He does a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas themed kind of stuff for his kids for Halloween. Prop guy, video effects guy, all around nice, handsome. Kind of short, though, but whatever. He has an Etsy page. You can just go to Etsy.com and search Push Eject. I know it sounds weird, but he's a weird dude. And he's selling these things. And so if you want something to spice up your Halloween decorations, they're unfinished. They're made of foam, so they're very lightweight. They're not going to fall and break and all that kind of stuff. Check it out. Buy one, pick it up, paint it however you want. It looks really good. He hand sculpted it. It's inspired by Nightmare Before Christmas, and it can be yours. I think it's like $10.
Yeah.
So swing by, check it
so
out.
Cheap.
He's a good dude, and his kids need to eat at least twice a day, and with your help, they can do that. All right. Don't forget to check out EarzUp podcast.com because we have an Amazon link if you do some Amazon shopping. We'd like for you to use our link if you wouldn't mind, please. It helps us keep on keeping on, I suppose. We also have some coasters you can purchase, and then reoccurring dones is what we discussed last show, right? We're gonna call them dones. They're not donations anymore because, that's so 2013. You can be a recurring donor. You can throw us $5 if you want. If you like the show, if you're cruising around, I know a couple of you have gotten some good information from the show, and to help make your next trip to Disneyland all that much better and that much more magical. And so you've donated and you've told us this. That's how I know. So I really appreciate it. It makes me feel good. I really enjoy. We did the show, started doing the show because we want to spread the love, and I think we're doing that. You guys are picking up on that. So I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Feedback.
Feedback is Terrence is going to do this week.
Terrence!
We have a couple of different things.
All right, let's do it.
This one's from Drew, and it was on our iTunes. He said, just found this podcast 2 days ago, and I already ate through about half of the podcast. Have to say I love it. 5 out of 5. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face.
Wow. 5 stars and 3 smiley faces from Drew?
Yeah, that's
Nice
good.
work.
Yeah.
Thank you, Drew.
Thanks, Drew.
This next one is from Clayton. He says, Jason and Terrence, sweet pickles are gross. I disagree. Sweet pickles are gross. Terrence is right. Dill pickles are the only good pickles.
What were we talking about? This is in reference
It
to
was
the tuna
the,
burger,
the
right?
Yes.
disgusting
Okay.
tuna burger, yeah.
All right.
Also, he said that Terrence needs to say Fritos more often. And
I don't know about that.
yeah, I also agree with him right here. He says that Taryn, you're gross if you want to swim in the nuclear duck poop water in the rivers of America. I cannot imagine how gross that water
I don't
actually
care.
is.
Probably come out blue.
Yeah, it's dyed some funky,
Oh, yeah.
like, turquoise ocean green or whatever.
I'm not afraid of it.
He actually mentioned something that was pretty good. Since we always talk about food around the park,
Yeah.
he said he wants to add that a good choice for a food is the Cobb salad, and this is how he describes where it is. It's at the restaurant at the inner end of Main Street that is on the right when facing towards the castle.
Okay, wait, hold on a second. I think Clayton's a madman. Okay, say that again, please.
Okay.
I want to try to picture my mind, and then I'm going to guess. Taryn can guess too, unless she knows what he's talking about. Go ahead, please.
It's the restaurant
The restaurant
at the inner end of Main Street.
at the inner end, as opposed to the outer end.
Yes, the inner
Okay.
end
Yeah.
of Main Street.
Okay.
That's on the right when facing the castle.
On the right when facing
know-
the castle.
I know what he's talking
Okay,
about.
so first of all, in order for me to understand what he's saying, I have to put aside the direction of inner versus outer because I don't know what it means. So I have to take that segment out
Right.
and move it somewhere else.
Right.
And then to replace it later because I don't. Okay, at the inner end of Main Street.
The inner end of Main Street.
Okay.
It's on the right when facing towards the castle.
Snow White's wishing well.
No. Too far.
too far.
It's
Too
where
far.
it's where they have the birthdays. Like the hour early birthday breakfast thing. I don't know what it's called. I forget.
Oh,
It's called Plaza Inn.
that's called the Plaza Inn.
Yeah. And it's really good. It's air conditioned as well. And free refills on soda and tea
Good
when
to
you go
know.
there as well.
That's okay. This is a good point. What do you consider the end of Main Street? I consider
There.
the end of Main Street the tip of the hub, that like basically the driveway that goes up to the Sleeping Beauty Castle.
Yeah,
I
I think
don't.
he's considering each branch of the hub an end of Main Street. Or he's saying when you get to the point where it's the hub,
Yeah.
it's not Main Street, it's just the hub.
Okay, I would have said to the right of the hub, but yes.
Or-
Beverly.
Or
Aren't Walt and Mickey the end of Main Street?
they're in the middle
That's
of
the
the hub.
hub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the middle of the
I
hub.
would say it's before that. It's like where the
Roundabout begins.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the hot
Which-
dog cart.
Which is kind of
Exactly.
the hot dog
Delicious.
cart is sort of behind the Plaza Inn.
yeah, that's where I would say
It's a
that's-
corn dog
that's
cart.
the
Corn
first of
end.
dog,
all.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Boosh.
that's the end of Main Street for
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, so Clayton's not as insane as I thought.
Yeah, so Plaza
Cobb
Inn.
salad.
Yeah, Cobb
Okay.
salad, the Plaza Inn.
Go ahead.
He also says that on busy days you can get more than one fast pass at a time. And I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. But he said, I love that you all don't agree on everything. Super funny and entertaining. Very informative show.
I don't agree with that. I dislike it when we don't agree.
You dislike it when we don't agree.
Correct. Go ahead.
No, that's it.
Okay.
That's feedback.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Feedback. Thank you very much, Terrence.
You're welcome.
So here we go, Taryn. We're going to go over holidays in the park.
Yeah.
I love these Taryn-centric shows, and because I just like seeing how you've progressed being a broadcaster.
Oh, thanks.
You're doing a good job.
Now I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. Holidays are fun. They're special, right? Everyone loves them, and it's timely because it's holiday season right now.
That is true. So the holidays at Disneyland, like we've already talked about, are my favorite time ever.
Right.
I think it's a lot of people's favorite time. It's a very crowded time at the park.
Yeah, I read somewhere that just October, the park attendance goes up like 40%
Yeah, I could see that.
because of the
Yeah.
of the holiday overlays.
Yeah. So this year, the holidays, and when I say holidays, I'm referring to Christmas time, basically. Like the
Not Halloween.
Not Halloween?
No, I'm not really talking about Halloween because
Okay.
by the time this comes out, Halloween's going to be basically
Well,
over.
but do you consider holidays in the park part of Halloween
No.
anyways? Okay.
I think it's separate.
Why
That's
not?
Halloween in the park.
Why do you consider it separate?
because that's Halloween in the park. This is holidays in the park.
Oh, because the park considers them separate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because there's a difference.
Makes sense.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah. So the holidays in the park actually officially begin.
I like Terrence a lot because I said so. Essentially is what you just told him. You're like,
Well, yeah.
because this is what I just said, Terrence.
And you know what we said?
All right.
Okay.
Okay, great. Oh.
See, this is progress.
This is very good. Don't back down.
Bev's clapping. Thanks, Beverly. Appreciate it.
Okay, so this year the holidays are from November 13th through January 6th.
Okay.
Those are the official dates. However, you're going to start seeing decor for lots of things beginning as early as November 7th. Like that, I believe Halloween ends like the 6th or something, sometime around there in that week.
Okay.
And so as soon as they start taking that, they're just replacing it with Christmassy, snowy kind of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the atmosphere. So if you've never been, go one. But it's basically heavily decorated. There's a huge Christmas tree at, I guess, the outer
The
part.
outer part of the
outer, inner,
hub, yeah.
lower, upper section of the not hub.
Right.
Yeah, right when you walk in.
Right
where,
when you walk in,
where
there's-
for Halloween, there's the big giant Mickey head.
On the backside of the Disneyland Railroad.
Right
station,
on
yeah.
the front side of the northern backside. Got it.
But apparently it's a 60-foot Christmas tree.
60-foot Christmas
Yes,
tree.
Yes.
It's enormous. It's covered in ornaments. There's wreaths and garland draped all the way down Main Street. And that leads up to the castle, which is covered in glittery princess snow. I made that part up. But
You
that's
did.
what it looks like.
Yeah, Princess Snow.
Yeah.
All right.
Disney, basically, there's not a land untouched for the holidays. I mean, really. New Orleans Square, Fantasyland, Toontown, Adventureland, Frontierland, Critter Country, Carsland, even the wharf and the boardwalk, they all have decorations.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about Disneyland and California Adventure.
Okay.
There's decorations everywhere you look, which is part of why I like it so much. The only land that doesn't get a whole lot of, I guess, a sort of
Love.
yeah, is Tomorrowland. I think it's getting more as the years progress, but it gets the least, definitely, of all the lands. And I read somewhere that some really crazy person has a theory that this is because there will be no Christmas in the future.
Okay. That's a
All
good
right.
theory, I suppose.
I don't know why or where that came from, but yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
The park also, aside from just decorating and having all these ornaments and all these things around, they also have complete overlays of rides, which we all know. We've talked about the Haunted Mansion and Nightmare Before Christmas. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's already happened. Because that happens for Halloween
And
So that's-
stays through Christmas.
Yeah, so
right,
that's
right.
the only one that's a little bit of a crossover. Some things, I mean, that we've sort of already talked about, but like the gingerbread house is something that changes every year. It smells amazing. You can check out our blog to find out where you can get candles that smell very similar to the Haunted Mansion
That's
during
pretty
that time,
awesome.
which is Cost Plus.
That's right. The Mexican pumpkin, I think
Yes,
is what it's called.
Yeah.
Although, honestly, we smelled these this year. They have more cinnamon. They're different. Because we
Okay.
still have candles that smell exactly like we got them last year. And then this year, they're a little different. So,
Oh, okay.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, and one other thing to note is if you're one of those people that you really like the Haunted Mansion better than the overlay, you at least have to admit that the attic scene is 1,000 times better.
That's awesome.
Plus, there is every year a hidden Velvet Elvis portrait, which if you guys find it, take a picture of it, Instagram it, put it on our Facebook. We'd love to see it this year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet. So next up, It's a Small World gets an overlay. I don't think anybody in this room likes that ride.
I don't like it. I have
Bev
to go
likes
on it.
Bev, you're crazy. I know you really do. I could tell.
Well,
I just like that as you're going through it, you can catch things like in some country, I don't remember what. I rode that ride a lot this last trip. But you see Cinderella, but she's not in her Cinderella outfit. She's in before she became a princess Cinderella, and she's like sweeping around there like mice on her shoulder. It's just really cute to catch like
that
little
sounds
things like
horrible.
that. Whatever, Taryn.
Taryn hates sweeping. That's why she
And
said
mice.
that. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, anyway, if you're like everyone else and you don't really like It's a Small World,
Right.
you at least need to walk past it because during Christmas time, that entire thing, I can't even imagine how many light bulbs are on there.
It's beautiful.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
And it snows back there as well, right?
No,
No, I think it does.
No.
No, it's the bubble snow.
no, that's only on Main Street.
It's only on Main Street.
Okay, keep going, and I'm going to look it
Okay,
up.
All right. Terrence is going to prove you wrong.
all right.
Not me, because I don't really have a dog in this fight.
I'm pretty sure that's not true. The other one that gets an overlay around this time is the Jungle Cruise. It becomes the Jingle Cruise.
Are they going to do that again this year? Because
Yes, they
last year
are.
was the first time. Okay.
They are doing it again.
It wasn't that bad. We took a bunch of photos.
So that was going to be my question to you
Okay.
guys.
All right.
We took a bunch of photos. We went on it. It was a very long line. We
Yeah.
actually went up into this area of the line that I've never seen before. Do you still hate it?
I hate the ride. Yeah, I can't stand the ride.
But I mean, we hated. I'm not talking about the ride. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the.
The overlay, it was fine. I mean, I like the extended queues on some rides because you don't get to see them normally. And Jungle Cruise is one of them. They have these little kind of huts or whatever that are blocked off, and they have little maps and trinkets and bits and bobs and all that kind of stuff that you just don't normally see. So for that, it's a treat. But it didn't add anything. I don't hate it. I hated that's called the Jingle Cruise because that's real weird. It was fine. It was all right.
I liked it.
It's all right.
I actually. I didn't mind the idea of it because I think anything that you can turn into Christmas sounds great.
Right.
But then actually going on it and seeing it and walking through the line, I actually liked it a lot more.
Good. Okay. So definitely one to hit.
Yeah, I would say do that.
Okay. Even
so-
if you dislike the ride.
Yes.
Okay.
I think they changed up some of the little jokes.
Possibly, but
can't
I can't
remember.
remember either. I was trying to block out that whole thing. Okay.
I think
Definitely,
actually
definitely something
walking
to
through
hit.
the line was my favorite part.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Okay, so then Disneyland puts on a lot of events. And by Disneyland, I mean Disneyland, DCA, and what?
Uh-oh. Go ahead,
Small
Terrence.
World Holiday.
Taryn, yes, go ahead.
Thank
Please
you.
continue. Oh, okay.
So yeah, it does snow in front of it.
Okay.
You can see snowfall in front of the. It's a Small World Holiday attraction. The
For
Like during the fireworks or what?
No, there's a parade that goes through. And this is a plaza area in front of the Small World ride. It's one of 3 areas at Disneyland Park equipped with snowmakers, which are placed high aloft along with spotlights. So
Okay.
if you go through there and you see the lights, the snowmakers are on the lights in that whole area.
Yeah.
That leads you past Small World and then into Mickey's Toontown.
okay, so it
Okay.
snows for a parade there.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, cool.
Well,
Awesome.
that's good to know.
Yeah.
All right. Disneyland puts on a lot of events around this time. Things in downtown Disney that you might find are Olaf's Frozen Ice Rink. I think that has an additional charge because it's downtown Disney, but it's
Yeah.
cool. It's a small little ice rink, but hey, that's the only time you're going to find an ice rink in Anaheim. So.
I think that's in front of the Earl of Sandwich down there
Yes.
by the ESPN zone. And
pretty
yeah,
far
it's
down.
probably, I like how it's Olaf's Frozen Ice Rink.
yeah.
as
What was it
opposed
2 years ago?
As opposed to the non-frozen ice rink.
Well, I think it's frozen as in.
No, I
yeah.
know.
Okay.
But you
it's
just call it
capitalized.
Olaf's Ice Rink.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's true. And then Ralph Brennan's Jazz Kitchen has
Yeah.
a gingerbread house making workshop.
Oh, wow.
This year, it's on December 13th, 14th, 20th, and 21st from from noon to 2 p.m.
Why did you correct yourself when you said from 12?
Because I didn't want to say p.m.
12 at midnight. From midnight to 2 a.m., you take your kid down to Ralph Brennan's for gingerbread making. You get in your head way too much.
I just wanted to say noon.
Okay. Not in what right noon.
I didn't write it, and so I changed it
It's
just
good to
now.
be specific. That's
Yeah.
fine. It's no problem at all.
I'd rather be Pacific. Okay, go ahead.
I also wanted to note that they do this also in October and make haunted gingerbread houses.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
cool.
This.
I didn't know any of this until I started looking it up. It sounds really cool.
Awesome.
You can call for questions and reservations. The number is 714-776-5200.
Awesome.
Terrence, did you know that the World of Color changes for winter?
No, I did not.
It does. It becomes, or Olaf hosts it.
Oh,
It is
nice.
Winter Dreams, or Winter Dream, or something. And it basically is just winter scenes from some of your favorite Disney movies, and there's new water scenes.
So they just show Frozen.
Yeah.
Okay. What's a winter
I've
scene from
actually-
another
I was
Disney
actually
movie?
trying to think of another one.
I read that it's not that good.
No?
Yeah, I heard that Olaf is super annoying from a couple blogs I read.
Weird.
Olaf is super annoying.
But
Yeah.
and so he's the host of the thing, and so it gets really obnoxious. And I think what they mean by winter scenes is like they're creating winter scenes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
The Lion King,
I think-
winterized. Global warming.
It's not supposed to snow in Africa.
I'd be really curious to see what that
Sure.
show was.
That
like.
sounds like it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's cool. I like that they're updating it and
Yeah.
they're kind of making it a destination, because people who've seen World of Color once or twice, are like, okay, great. Like I've seen it
Yeah.
sort of from behind. All right, I'm not going to
Yeah.
stand there, but if I was into Frozen at all, then I'd probably see it again.
Yeah. They also at DCA they do Viva Navidad. This is it's a street party. It's meet and greets with character. What?
Nothing.
Why is everyone laughing but me?
I'm laughing at Beverly. Go ahead.
It's a street party, meet and greets with characters in special Latino style costumes. So this is
What's a Latino style costume? Like a zoot suit or something, or like what?
not a zoot suit, like
Like Day of the Dead stuff?
yeah. So it's the Three Kings Day celebration.
Oh, see, I don't know much about like Latino holidays. Three Kings
I
Day?
don't really either, and I looked it up and now I forget. But
Okay.
it's
That's okay. I don't
it's
need
not
to know.
Day of the Dead because it's not
That's
like
November
scary.
1st, I think. Yeah.
It's more, like salsa skirts and things like that. Like Minnie would be wearing like a salsa skirt.
Oh, okay, got it.
That
okay.
kind of thing.
Right.
Okay.
And so then also that day, this takes place in Paradise Garden area of DCA. There's Latino-inspired foods, dancing, crafts, and face painting.
Awesome.
And this is likely to be January 3rd through 6th. So it's at the very tail end of the holidays.
Okay.
All right.
Also, so back in Disneyland is the Jingle Jamboree. So Jason and I experienced this last year.
We
and
did?
Yes, we did.
And did we like it?
You'll remember it.
Okay.
It was awesome.
Oh, yeah,
it's
I
located
do.
at Big Thunder Ranch between Frontierland and Fantasyland by the zoo area, or the little petting zoo. It's meet and greet with Santa.
That's
Nice.
right. We took a selfie with Santa.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like the guy wanted to take our picture, and we were like, no. We're going to selfie this.
Hold on, let me take a selfie.
So that was really fun. Mrs. Claus is also there, but I mean, it's Santa.
Right.
Right. He was like in like plaid, like
Yeah,
kind of
he
like
was. Well, it was
1800
after
Santa
Christmas.
or whatever.
So we went in early January.
Okay.
And I think it was because it was after Christmas, so he was in his plaids. He
He was
wasn't.
in his pajamas at that point.
I thought it was more. I got the impression of it was like older, historical Santa, like 1800
maybe.
Santa.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But it was really cool. They also had crafts back there. They had like crayons, and you can draw and make these weird little boxes. And there's a cookie decorating section, live music. There was reindeer games. There's all kinds of really cool stuff back there. Like it was just really fun.
Yeah, sounds like. Yeah, it was. I do remember it now. It was pretty cool. The Billy Hill and the Hillbillies, I think, too soon. By the way, they were
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
And I wonder what they're going to do now.
Well, actually, that's a really good question. I could not find that, unfortunately. I was looking all over the place. There's no real hints on what's going to replace that. I guess whatever replaced Billy
Billy
Hill
Hill.
is probably just going to do a Christmas version of that.
Maybe.
Um,
Okay.
so my favorite thing that I found doing some research is that Disneyland used to have real reindeers.
What?
And this is the recent future, recent past.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you heard our last show, Taryn is so we record 2 shows at a time. Taryn is still ill. She's still sick. So part of this insanity is her sickness crowning.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
They used to have real reindeers. I'll just say this from 2005 to 2012.
Okay.
Okay, that's easier. So the backstory on this is Disney officials had discovered a little-known federal rule in the Animal Welfare Act
Yeah.
requiring a 6-foot-high fence around certain animals, including reindeer, in public displays.
They can fly. What's 6 feet to a flying reindeer, dude?
That's a good point.
Thanks.
Disney was allowed to get around this rule by using other barriers because the reindeer were only there temporarily. The U.S. Department of Agriculture found no problems with the enclosures, said David Sachs, the department spokesman, OC Animal Care. The county animal control department also approved the previous displays. But Disney officials, after discovering the federal rule, thought it best to halt Santa's reindeer roundup. So a 6-foot-tall fence is too tall for small visitors to easily see the reindeer.
Right.
Santa's reindeer roundup was popular. One year, 20,000 visitors lined up to see the reindeer on their first day in the park. Usually 8 reindeer lived there for a few months inside the Big Thunder Ranch corral. Visitors were not allowed to touch them.
Yeah, can you imagine? I mean, how dirty all these kids are?
Jeez, I know.
But how cool would that have been? I would have loved to see reindeers.
Dane rears?
Look,
Yeah, that
I'm
would be
trying
cool.
here.
That would be really cool
That would
to,
be.
to see. Yeah, they should fix something like that.
That'd be cool, but
Disneyland, they can figure something out.
Right.
well, that's the thing. Like they basically are allowed to do it. They're just not because they're scared of the federal government.
Well, it's California. People are so happy.
Yeah,
You never know what'll happen.
yeah.
All right.
Other things, the Christmas Fantasy Parade is another event that takes place. It's a parade.
Okay.
It's Christmassy, and the characters are dressed up in red and fuzzy whites.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. I mean, it's a Disney parade.
All right.
One cool thing that they do that we've never done, and I'd love to try and do it some year, is the
Yes.
candlelight processional.
Yes, I want to do this as well.
Yeah, so the candlelight ceremony and processional has been a Disneyland park tradition since 1958. So right when it
Wow.
opened, this started with the help of celebrities like Cary Grant, John Wayne,
Who?
Dick
kidding.
Van Dyke, and Gary Sinise.
I think Dick Van Dyke did one like last year or the year before. Like he did a super
Yeah, he
recent
came
one.
back. Yeah.
And that's the one I wanted to go to, and we weren't able to make it. But I do. Who's doing it this year?
They didn't say. They have not announced that yet.
Is that when you're going, Terrence? It's the 6th and 7th of December.
We leave the 5th.
Okay, so I think they haven't announced it yet. Are you sure?
They haven't announced who's going to do it.
Okay.
Well, at least when I made these notes.
Okay.
So basically what happens is the Christmas story is narrated by the celebrity, and the candlelight ceremony mass choir sings holiday songs. And what I found is that they actually invite choirs to audition.
Really?
Unfortunately, once you hear this, the deadline will have passed. But
The deadline for this year was Monday, September 29th. So, which actually to me is not that. Like I would think you're auditioning in like June or July.
Right.
yeah,
Try to get
It's pretty
prepared.
close, yeah.
yeah, it's interesting. I mean, they're not singing songs that people don't already know, so that might be it. They're singing traditional Christmassy songs. So I think that maybe they don't need as much time to prepare because they already know the words and things. But either way,
Yeah, you're probably right. They're traditional. You can't need too much. Wow, there's a whole thing online. DisneylandEvents.com/candlelight. You can check out how to participate if you're a choir.
yeah, I thought that was really neat. I guess I had never thought. I figured like Disneyland probably just had their own choir, but I thought that was
Yeah.
really neat that anybody can audition. So the 2014 Candlelight Processional, like Jason said, is expected to be December 6th and 7th. And it's expected, it was pretty much confirmed, but Disney officially has not confirmed that date yet.
Okay.
And it's only 2 nights. So that's why it's very difficult to get in. Lastly, my absolute favorite part of Disneyland during the holidays is the Believe in Holiday Magic fireworks show. So this is, I thought it only snowed on Main Street, but now, I guess I'll have to check out other places, but it snows in Anaheim on Main Street.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than that.
That is pretty
I
cool.
tear up thinking about it.
Yeah.
It is the most magical thing I can think of. And just as an FYI, it costs $19,000 per show.
Wow.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
absorb that for a second.
Yeah, that's insane.
And then, so, Jason, I know you look a little busy over there, but
yeah, because I'm trying to find out because supposedly, I've never heard of these people. I don't know. I'm busy looking up the candlelight procession narrators, but one of them says Whoopi Goldberg is a rumor, and I don't. Who wants to? Whatever. You want to play your deal? Right.
Yeah. So this is just the little part. What?
Yeah. Hang on, just a second. I need to stop a couple things here. Taryn. Jeez. There we go.
All
Okay.
right.
Here we go.
Cherish the holidays forever and always believe.
It's the finale.
And then it snows.
And then we're watching the video here, and then the castle turns all snowy, and all these little lights come up.
That's pretty awesome.
It is. Like, I'm actually tearing up. Like, I can't handle it.
I think you might just be sick.
No. Because when I found this video, the same thing happened, and I had to turn it off because I was at work.
Yeah, no, I think you've been sick for a long time. You need some sort of
It's
antibiotic.
so sweet. I don't know how anybody doesn't cry. Terrence, you cry at World of Color.
I have a hard
Don't
to
shake
steal
your
it.
head.
I don't know.
I know. You make a good point.
And so now it's snowing in the park, ladies and gentlemen.
You can stop it now, but it's just so lovely. Like, really, you need to go there, and you need to watch the fireworks show on Main Street.
It's the best time to go on rides.
You're right. So go 2 days, and then do that one day.
Right. Okay. Noted. Yeah, it is a cool thing. I mean, I don't have many feelings, but it's cool. You know, I like the snow thing. It looks cool.
It's really nice. I love it.
Do you need a moment?
I had it.
Okay.
I've pulled myself back together.
All right, good.
Food. Lastly, food in the park during this time changes a little bit. You can get peppermint stick ice cream with crushed candy cane waffle cone
Okay.
at the Plaza Inn.
That sounds delicious.
I heard they had a good Cobb salad.
Yeah.
So the Plaza Inn. So if you want to find the Plaza Inn's real easy directions. You go to the northern,
I think I had that
southernmost
wrong.
Yeah, it's
part
not the Plaza Inn. It's the one
of
on the
the
other side.
eastern western
No,
areas.
it's at the ice cream shop.
It's at the Gibson Grove.
Right on the. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's on the opposite side of the street.
Yeah, but it's in the inner.
But
the
why
inner.
did you put Plaza
I
in?
don't know.
It's on the inner outer part.
You're sick.
I
Telling you.
don't know what happened
You've been
there.
sick for a couple
I
days.
think maybe I don't know. Now I'm wondering if it really is there, but it can't be. No,
Maybe you dreamed it.
I'm crazy.
Maybe it's a delicious dream that you had.
I've gone nuts.
Okay.
However, you can also get handmade candy canes, which this is the first I've heard of this. But apparently it's a really big thing. Visitors line up at the Candy Palace in the morning to receive a wristband with a date and a batch time on it.
What's the Candy Palace?
Like the penny machine.
The arcade?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was called the Candy Palace.
Neither did I.
I just walk by that place all the time because I'm trying to get out of there.
Oh.
All right.
I like it in there. So you line up, you get your wristband. It has a date and a batch time on it, which then can be redeemed when the candies are ready. You must be present in person to obtain a wristband. Each wristband will entitle the bearer to one candy cane, but guests must pick it up by 4 p.m. or the candy cane goes to someone standing in the standby line.
You have a standby line for candy
Yeah.
canes.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Candy makers usually make 3 batches of 40 treats each, or about, 120 candies a day. Thank
Okay.
you. The park, whoever wrote this, it's like, yeah, I can do math. The park goers often line at the candy kitchen window to watch the candy making process. So that's where they do the taffy.
Okay, that's cool.
These are large candy canes weighing in at 5.25 ounces.
If I get one that's 5.24, I'd be so mad. You know what? Interesting candy cane fact: most of this candy, or a lot of the candy canes you buy in the store, like like the pack of 12 or whatever, they're
Right.
made in China.
I didn't know that.
Chinese candy canes.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to get candy canes last year.
No, absolutely not.
Because I couldn't find any. Actually, I think I ended up finding some from Canada, which you said was close enough to
It's
be
close
okay.
enough. Yeah, that's fine. NAFTA.
This is what I deal with.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's enough candy canes made in the U.S. I don't need to get imported
But there's
candy.
not. You can't find any, except for at Disneyland, apparently.
I'll bring them back while you watch. You wait and see.
But so for this schedule, go ahead and you can call the candy hotline at
Candy hotline.
yeah, apparently there's a candy hotline. 714-781-0112.
What the candy hotline? Where does it go to? I wonder. I kind of want to call it right now.
I don't think they're working right now. It's pretty late.
Do you think it rings like? Do you think like they're pulling taffy and the phone rings? They go, hold on a second, George. Yeah, candy hotline. How can I make your day a sweet one? Yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. Whatever.
There are also a
I'm
lot.
all out of macaroons.
Oh,
I gotta need some macaroons. And hey, Ted, do you want anything? Johnny's gonna run and get some Chinese food. No, Chinese food. Put the taffy down.
Okay.
I don't know.
Hi.
Had a moment.
Sorry.
It's
Welcome
fine.
back.
Well, you know, what else are you gonna do?
There are also special foods throughout the day. What? I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm reading
Jesus,
anymore.
Taryn, what is wrong with you, dude?
Okay, on Christmas and Christmas Eve and Thanksgiving, they have special menus at certain places. Obviously, you have to make reservations for these things. But like the Blue Bayou does a special menu just for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Nice.
So does Cafe New Orleans. So basically, kind of the sit-down restaurants do it. Carnation Cafe, French Market, Village House. Apparently, Red Rocket's Pizza Port last year had an oven-roasted turkey with craisins, mozzarella, Parmesan, and fresh sage and white sauce.
No,
That sounds
no,
terrible.
no, thank you.
It sounds so bad. However, our favorite place, Rancho del Zocalo, has chicken tamale plate.
Chicken tamales are huge in the Hispanic culture for Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes me really excited. And then obviously like Carthay, Wine Country Trattoria, Flo's V8. They all have some Christmas things. But specifically, if you're planning on being there Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, definitely call and make a reservation because I don't think. Well, actually, I actually have no idea if that place is busy on those days.
I think
I'm sure it
Christmas
is.
supposed to be one of the busiest
That's the
days.
blackout. You can't go with your annual pass.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yeah.
Speaking of treats, now's the time for pumpkin stuff.
Oh, yes.
So our friend Pink Bunny on Twitter, you can follow her at Pink Bunny R on Twitter. She made a Disneyland map of pumpkin treats. We were having a conversation on Twitter the other day about how much I love pumpkin stuff. Like pumpkin beer is fine, but like pumpkin, Trader Joe's is like the king of everything pumpkin, and they just have pumpkin flavored things. I think their air is pumpkin flavored. But she made this cute little map. So at the Mint Julep Bar in Disneyland, you can get pumpkin beignets.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Right? At the French Market, you can get pumpkin pie and pumpkin cheesecake. The French Market in New Orleans Square. At Cafe Orleans, you can get pumpkin beignets if the Mint Julep Bar is closed. At Maurice's Treats, which is somewhere near Frontierland, I think you can get pumpkin twists, which I wonder if they're like a churro, but not like a
Oh,
churro.
if it's like a pumpkin churro, that would be really
That
good.
sounds really good.
Sounds like it, right?
Yeah.
At the Jolly Holiday Bakery, you can get pumpkin cheesecake. At the Troubadour Tavern, you can get pumpkin twists as well. At the Plaza Inn, you can get some pumpkin pie. And then at the Starbucks, you can get pumpkin cheesecake muffins and pumpkin spice latte. So anyway, if you want this map, you go to her. I think you should go to her Twitter. I don't think it's on her blog yet. But anyway, check it out.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
that's awesome that she did that.
I love pumpkin stuff, and I need a map for them all. Like, I would do everything, even though you can get pumpkin pie at 2 different places, I would go to both places. I would do that.
You're like Terrence with the churros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my goal, is to have every churro in every land with a piece of pumpkin pie.
We can do that in December.
Give it up.
We're good.
Wow. I'll bring the diabetes pills.
Thank you.
Okay. So the last thing I just wanted to talk about is hotels. So if you're planning on being at Disneyland specifically on Christmas or Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
you might be able to get a Christmas tree in your room.
Wow.
I have heard this has happened before. However, I can't find anything anywhere for 2014. If this is even possible, I guarantee it is not cheap. Like I'm guessing in the $500 range based on some of the other things you can have happen in your room.
Right.
But I also can probably guarantee that it's awesome.
Okay.
And if you're at Disneyland I don't know. Yeah, it's probably not worth it, really, realistically. But if you've got money burning a hole in your pocket,
if you're staying at the Grand Californian, get a Christmas tree in your room, dude.
Why
not?
Why not?
That'd be amazing.
It would.
So I don't know if you guys know this, but you can do a lot of these kinds of things in your room. If you didn't want a Christmas tree, you can get you can set it up so that like when you walk in, your kids are greeted with these gifts from Disney, from like Mickey Mouse, and like so basically to do this, you go to DisneyFloralAndGifts.com.
Okay.
All one word. Or you can call 714-781-4438.
What has Disney never heard of an 800 number?
No. No.
Okay, great. I love you, Taryn.
But yeah, you can also, just since we're talking about holidays, you can do that for Valentine's Day. You can do it for anniversaries. You can have, I mean, any hotel does that, but Disney obviously is probably a little bit more expensive, and they do it up. Like,
Sure.
You can get little stuffed animals and all kinds of cool stuff.
That'd be cool.
That's pretty cool.
Actually, when you go to that website, the DisneyFloralAndGifts.com, you just want to keep browsing. Like, what's the cheapest thing I can do that's going to be super cool?
Right. Yeah. Well, that's careful. That's what I thought with the Cultivating the Magic tour.
That's true.
Apparently, you can call the candy hotline any day of the year to find out which specialty candies are being made in the park each day.
Oh,
What do
well,
think of
there you
that?
go.
That's from the chat room and our live stream page. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's my holiday show.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right, Taryn. Thank
Good
you very
job.
much.
Good job, Taryn.
You did a nice job. So essentially, you're a big fan of the holidays.
Yes,
at
I love
Disneyland.
them so much.
Good. I like them too. I think they're a lot of fun, and yeah, definitely check them out. I need you to cover for me because I lost my music again.
Oh, that's okay.
Well done.
God. Even Beverly's laughing at you. When Bev laughs at you, you know you've done something wrong.
I was trying.
Were you?
Sort of.
Were you trying, or were you just going,
That's
and
what my head
trying to
sounds
maintain
like.
a decibel level?
That's what
You
my.
did great.
Thank you.
I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at how awesome that was.
Yeah. Awesome.
Now, stay tuned for today's Toontown Top Headlines.
That's a new one we have. Here we go. Here's the bed. That means it's news time. Oh, whatever. I don't know. The problem is we have a new system, and I'm still trying to learn it. Thanks, Push. Appreciate that. That was the voice of Push Eject. And we have our news music only. Here we go. All right, we got some cool stories today. There's a park, in case you didn't know, Shanghai Disneyland will open at the end of 2015. With the largest Disneyland castle across all of the parks. The tallest Disney castle in the world. I thought that was pretty interesting. The castle will also feature a boat ride attraction, complete with a secret underground chamber in which fountains of light will leap and dance in shimmering pools.
That is amazing.
The development of Shanghai Disney Resort is well underway. Yeah, when Taryn and I got a tour of Imagineering, we got to see some of the stuff that they were working on for Shanghai Disneyland. We can't talk about it.
Right.
Pretty rad. Like,
Yeah.
really, really rad stuff. And there's a couple photos and stuff that's been released online. It's kind of a short news article. But that was really the point of it, was that it's going to be the tallest castle across all the Disneyland things, and it's going to be pretty cool.
So it's a ride?
I think so, yeah. I think it's going to be a
Wow.
ride underneath,
cool.
and it's yeah.
That sounds crazy.
I think what they're going to do is make just take the most advantage of that space and do a lot of stuff. I mean, our Disneyland castle is kind of like, there's a walkthrough, but it's really just a facade for other stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So I think they're really going to take advantage and pack some stuff in there.
Do we know what princess's castle that is?
I imagine it's still going to be Sleeping Beauties, right?
No, they're all different.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah. Like Paris is. I
Belle,
shouldn't have started
probably?
with Paris. Walt Disney World is Cinderella.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. Maybe you can do some research on that. I have no idea. Walt Disney Studios to film the 5th Pirates of the Caribbean movie in Queensland, Australia. All you Aussies who want to be actors, man, I'm sure they're going to be begging for extras. The federal minister for... Yes?
I just want to know, have we, why?
Why what? Oh, why 5?
Why?
Because 4 made cash. I think this is going to be the last one. Is what I remember.
Okay.
Okay. Federal Minister for the Arts, Senator the Hon George Brandis, QC, Queensland Premier Campbell. What is going on?
Is that English?
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I have no idea. Apparently, a lot of people who have long titles in Australia welcome the Walt Disney Studios' decision to film the 5th installment of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise in Queensland. The Australian government is delighted to have secured high-profile movie franchise Pirates of the Caribbean to film in Australia with a contribution of $21.6 million.
Wow.
The 5th film in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise will be the largest international feature film ever to shoot in Australia and will focus the world's attention on Australia as the leading film destination. No. Our investment in attracting the film to Australia will result in blah. Anyway, I thought that was interesting.
So, have they said who's signed on for that? I mean, obviously Johnny Depp has to be in it.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it.
That's an odd choice.
I liked the movies. I thought Penelope Cruz ruined the last one.
I completely
She was
agree with
terrible.
you, yeah.
I think she's a terrible actress anyway, but it was just terrible.
I love that film series 1 through 3.
Yes.
I loved that.
1 through 3.
4, I got 45 minutes into, turned it off, and went to sleep.
Yeah.
And did not think twice about it.
No,
Yeah.
she was awful.
Yeah, it was not
It
very
wasn't
good
just
at all.
What?
her.
It wasn't just her. What was it?
It was just a whole hot mess of
Yeah.
awful.
Do you think the character is kind of done? Do you think we're done with Jack Sparrow?
I just think that the 3 characters from the first one just played so well together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when you get rid of 2 important ingredients, you're left with a crappy recipe.
Right.
I agree.
Okay.
Well said.
Fair enough. A few months ago, we had the people on from the Walt Disney. Where'd my thing go? The Walt Disney Birthplace Restoration Museum in Chicago,
Oh, yeah.
Illinois,
yeah.
right? Well, they are fundraising right now over on startsomegood.com/WDB, and they need some help. They are looking for money to help restoration. I believe it's phase 1, and you can. It's just like a Kickstarter campaign. You can contribute, and there's a bunch of different levels of stuff. So like if you put in $20, you get a ticket to join a scheduled group tour of the restored house. If you put in $25, you get a Walt Disney Birthplace baseball cap. $25 for an Ozell Soda T-shirt. They also do the Ozell Soda. Pretty cool.
That's awesome.
$125 dedicated paver stone engraved with your name placed on the walkway in front of the house.
Oh,
And now
wow.
you and I have spoken about how cool it would be to have one of those in front of Walt Disney, or not Walt Disney, Disneyland.
Right.
Maybe we should,
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
maybe we should
Could
bust
help
out
'em
with
out.
this thing. $1,000 VIP package includes the Ozell hat, 2 T-shirts, collectible pin, a print of the concept art, and there's another print. So you get 2 prints, a paver stone, something called a cedar shake block. Oh, it's a wood chip molded into a acrylic block. So it's like a chip of the shingle that Elias Disney built and put up in his house. So you get like a piece of history of Walt Disney's birthplace and the house that his dad.
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff. $2,500. Your name will be engraved on a brass plaque affixed to the interior of the window frame.
What?
Yeah, you get your name on the window frame
Wow.
inside the house, man.
I guess you're a big donor at that point.
$10,000. $10,000. You get your name on a plaque in the home's entryway, plus the entire VIP package, which is the what I kind of just said, and then you get 1 overnight stay in the room. So apparently they're gonna like sell nights in the room or something like that. That's amazing. Let's pool our money.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway, so please go help them out. They're great people. That interview was amazing. They're super passionate about Disneyland, and if you're passionate about Disney too, please check them out. You don't have to throw obviously $10,000. You can throw $10 at them. You get some digital art. $18, you get a pin, and it's worth it. It's worth every penny of it. So check it out. They have 55 backers, 42 days to go. They need $15,000. And they have about 11,000 right now. Their ultimate goal is 40 grand. I'd love to see them hit that. That's
Yeah.
they're doing great. So please check them out. Startsomegood.com/WDB, Walt Disney Birthplace. And speaking of some more Walt Disney history, when Walt was kind of starting out, there was he rented a studio in Kansas City, I think. And he called it the Laugh-O-Gram Studio, and I think that was one of his concepts. We learned about that at the Walt Disney Family Museum in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Where many consider when he was starting to do these kind of like one-off comics, where he was kind of birthed the thought of Mickey Mouse, right? So apparently there's people who want to refurbish that and restore that. So the restoration and repurposing of the Laugh-O-Gram Studio building is rolling along, and construction of a new dual-purpose facility could be underway by the end of 2015. The building is at 1127 East 31st Street. I believe it's in Kansas City, but please don't hold me to that. In Kansas City. There you go. From 1921 to 1923, it was a home to Walt Disney and is widely considered to be birthplace of Mickey Mouse. A Kansas City nonprofit called Thank You Walt Disney Incorporated stabilized the building in 2001 and 2002 and put plans in motion to revitalize it as a digital production studio and museum. Now, with a feasibility study underway, the dream is moving a bit closer to reality. The study will see whether the restoration and development of a workforce training and business incubation center,
Wow.
which is kind of a weird way to put that,
Yeah.
to support Kansas City's digital storytelling industry is possible. It was made possible by a $51,000 grant in the U.S. Economic Development, blah, 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 blah. Pretty cool. So we're starting to see a lot of these historical places in Walt Disney's past being preserved, and not only just as a museum, but this one, I think they're both going to be functional places where you can go and explore and check it out. I mean, the man redefined entertainment for the world. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like seeing that kind of stuff. Terrence, have you ever heard of Disney bounding?
No, I have not.
Would you like to?
Yes, I would.
It's a weird thing. Terrence sent me this thing. Where did it go?
Actually, I had received this from a friend of ours named Kate.
Oh, okay.
She had sent this over.
What I don't like about this website is that it's hard to get the. Where's the article?
I
It's
don't-
Pop Sugar, and it's there. Okay.
Yeah.
Fashionable Disney fan Allison Erland invites us to the secret world of Disney bounding. First off, what is Disney bounding? The easiest way to think of it is an outfit influenced by a Disney character. Some people have more specific rules or definition, but you can do whatever you want to do. Allison is a pro at Disney bounding, and she has vintage-inspired handmade ensembles, blah, 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 blah. So you can check out her Instagram account somewhere, Lady Damfino or whatever. But it's this gal. She's a pretty gal, and she has outfits. Here, Terrence, check this out.
They're really cute.
They're like
I really like them.
Snow White, right? So she'll have a Snow White outfit on, and it's like a red skirt with a yellow skirt with a red belt, and like a dark blue shirt, and like an Alice band or whatever, and that's her kind of like Snow White garb.
So she's dressing up, but like circa 1920s-ish?
Well,
Yeah,
she's taking the concept of Snow White here,
Right.
and making it modern day. But her, I think, personal style is more like the 50s.
Yeah, I would say that's more like a Snow White on Dapper Day kind of
I
a
was
thing.
actually going to say, if you look up Dapper Day on Pinterest, you see a lot of crap like this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't mean that to sound so awful. Sorry.
Yeah, well, you're just a harsh person. That's all right. Like, here's one of her with a Goofy-inspired thing. So she has a blue skirt with like an orange top, like a tube top, and a yellow sweater, and it matches Goofy because he has these blue pants on and that orange shirt. And I don't know. It's
so
cute.
So it's more about patterns and color than actual, looking like the actual person.
Yeah, exactly
Okay,
right.
that
Yeah,
makes sense
so
then,
it's
okay.
it's just having a little fun with the spirit of the
Yeah.
what do you call it?
That's
Character.
It's like
That one
it's
was really cool.
inspired by the
the
characters.
Snow White one was really.
Is that who it is?
Is that Snow White?
No,
When-
that's
when she's like a peasant?
Sleeping Beauty,
Sleeping Beauty
Is
when
it
she's like a
Sleeping-
peasant.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Like a little
or
peach skirt
Cinderella.
or something
That
like
might be Cinderella actually. But yeah, they're
pretty
inspired
cool.
by characters, but they're not supposed to be identical to the characters.
She has
So
that
that's
little
her-
duck in there.
Yeah, I like that. That's actually
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah, so check it out. You can just go to popsugar.com. I think you just Google search what is Disney bounding, Bounding. It's kind of fun if you're into that kind of scene and you like Disney characters, but you also like dressing up a little bit too for the parks, and not just on Dapper Day. You might dig it.
And it's also for guys as well. If you look it up, you just look up Guy Disney Bounding.
Oh, there you
There's
go.
a lot of. There's
Oh,
a
really?
Peter Pan outfit. There's a lot of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go nuts with that. That's kind of cool. Speaking of being California and a sue-happy state, we talked about that a little bit ago. There's a lawsuit against Disney for Frozen.
Why?
Why? Well, because it's California and people can do whatever they want to do. There's an autobiographer, Isabella Tanakumi. She sued the Walt Disney Company for $250 million.
Wow.
Claiming the studio based the movie Frozen on her life.
God, I love people.
The Peruvian author asserts that Disney stole the story, characters, plots, and subplots from her 2 autobiographical books, Living My Truth and Yearnings of the Heart, that depict her life in the Andes.
That's possible.
Yeah, there you go. Tanakumi filed the suit last month in U.S. District Court in Jersey. Okay, so it's not California. And accuses Disney of copyright infringement, fraud, and plagiarism. The suit comes as somewhat of a surprise, seeing as the movie features an ice queen with magical powers who finds redemption with the help of her little sister, a mountain man, a talking snowman, and a reindeer.
You know what? I have to say, I'm surprised. You haven't even given yourself a chance to hear her side of the story. Maybe she's right.
Well, here we go. Tanakumi's site actually cites her suit actually cites 18 specific instances of where the movie ripped off her memoirs. According to her, in addition to plots and characters, mind you, Disney copied her theme that the heroine's first love, this is a quote, the heroine's, quote, first love played with her affections and yet did not return her love, end quote.
So every
So life,
Okay.
yes.
every female ever.
Right.
At some point.
Every man ever, too.
Every man ever.
Yes.
Okay.
Every person.
So far, she's making good points. Go
Right.
on.
She also claims that she wrote about one sister injuring the other and going into hiding because of her shame.
Did she make a frozen snowman that came to life?
Yeah.
She may have. We don't know that yet.
Well, and isn't that just like families have issues sometimes?
Going into hiding could mean that she ran into her room and hid in the closet, so
Right.
she didn't get in trouble.
Right.
So
What's not surprising is that Disney disputes Tanakumi's claims. A spokesman for the studio stated that the suit is, quote, beyond ridiculous, and that Tanakumi needs to, quote, let it go.
well played.
Quote,
Oh.
let it go. It is amazing.
It's almost like they planned for it to happen, so they made that song like the thing.
Maybe.
Because that's
Ripped it
really
off.
good.
No, guys, no, really. We're going to rip this off, and when she sues us...
I wish we could. I wish we could find out like the details of her suit. Like sometimes that stuff gets released.
That's awesome.
Lawsuit. Let's see if we got. TMZ should probably have a link to it. Some of these sites have links to this stuff. They stole my life story. God. I don't even know how you do that. I don't even know how you say that to someone with a straight face. That's my life story. Man, my sister hurt me and then she left.
I like this guy who didn't like me back.
Yeah. Yeah, I breathed air a lot once. I ran. You know, I went running, and then all these Disney like half marathons. They're stealing my story.
Well, and doesn't everybody have that moment where they're watching a movie and they're like, "Hey, that's my life right there." Like
Yeah, like Pulp Fiction.
Harold and Kumar for me. There's a moment in there where they start singing in the car, and my friend and I, we were living in LA right around the time that movie came out, and we saw it and we were like, they stole that from us, because it was like the same song, the same time period, but like I'm normal, so I know that they probably didn't. And I'm not going to try and...
Probably. But you don't know for sure, Terrence, and that's the beauty of it. You'll never know.
But I'm not going to sue them.
Next week, Terrence sues Harold and Kumar for $250 million.
I would love that. God. Probably. Yeah.
Probably.
She's leaving it open for interpretation because you never know.
There's a good chance that they weren't monitoring us for the last 5 years.
I can't find a copy of this latest lawsuit, but it's amazing, and she's getting just skewered in the press about it. She's just getting, because everyone, puts like the most pompous, synopsis about their own autobiography, a life worth living over and over again, and just facing adversity. And get out of here. Why won't? Oh, see the complaint. Here we go. See, I knew someone would have it. Yes, Online. Thank you.
The source.
Yeah, what is going on here? Real property, blah, 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 blah. Because she has 18 points. So let's see. 18 points. That's right.
That's a lot of points.
Oh, she demands for a jury trial. Oh, good.
Oh, this poor woman.
Exhibit A. Here we go. This is amazing.
Can I sign up to be on that jury?
Yes.
Yeah, right?
This is amazing. Oh, sorry for the dead air, but it's worth it. The Village. Isabella, who is the author, right? Story begins in her village that is a town at the base of snow-covered mountains in the story and in the cover illustration. She lives with her parents and sister. Frozen. Village at the foot of snow-covered mountains where Elsa and Anna live with their parents. Okay.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
All right.
The two sisters. Isabella. Two sisters are 2 years apart with opposite hair colors. The two sisters have horses.
That's really
Frozen.
funny.
Two sisters are close in age and have opposite colored hair. The two sisters have horses. So far, her complaint is both stories take place at the base of a mountain. Both sisters have horses with opposite hair color and are tiny. Yeah, right. Intense sisterly love. Isabella shows deep love for her sister and vice versa.
Wow.
In Frozen, Elsa and Anna show deep love for each other. Older sister accidentally hurts younger sister. We'll just keep going. Younger sister loses memory of what happened. Isabella. Isabella has no memory of accident. Frozen. Anna has no memory of the accident. Did it happen then?
Pronounced Anna.
Oh, yeah. Anna.
Whatever. Both sisters experience personal tragedy. Younger sister falls in love. Isabella. Isabella describes a dark-haired, tall, and fair man as her first love. Frozen. Anna falls in love with a dark-haired, tall, and fair man. There's two male characters in each story. Kristoff and strange characters. Betrayal. Isabella was betrayed by her first love. Apparently that's the same thing with Anna. Anna, reclusive sister. Concealment. There's a moon setting. Isabella writes about her love under the shadows of the moon. Frozen. Anna goes for a walk with her romantic suitor under the moon.
Wow. This is ridiculous.
Hands to the sky with sprinkles is a point. Isabella, there's an image of her with a hand to the sky with sprinkles. Frozen. Image of Elsa with hand to the sky with sprinkles. Open door, closed door. Sister dies. Isabella talks about Frozen. Those are the points. Those are the points that mirror her. So, look, I have been betrayed by people. I have strange characters in my life. I have two male characters in my life. My younger sister didn't fall in love because she doesn't exist. Both of my brothers have experienced personal tragedy. I'm gonna get on. This is a class action suit. In my opinion. Anyway,
Wow.
There's a possibility that she will not win.
I'm gonna let
Just
it go.
a possibility.
Possible.
Just let it go.
Just let it go, man. Speaking of heroines in movies, as Frozen was a giant success, like $1 billion, Disney has just introduced a new heroine called Moana, I believe is how you pronounce it. It's I think a Polynesian movie. Moana, a film about a teenage girl in ancient Oceania, according to the plot description, is scheduled to make its debut in late 2016. Moana, who is described as a born navigator, sets out on a voyage to seek a mysterious island. Her primary companion is Maui, a demigod, and together they traverse the open ocean on an action-packed voyage, encountering enormous sea creatures, breathtaking underworlds, and ancient folklore. Disney has always been a place of princesses, and blah blah. They're going to do visual artwork. It's an animated feature, and people are pretty stoked about it.
Cool.
Yeah, they released one little piece of concept art. Looks kind of cool. Too bad. And then last but not least, on the Disney track, there's a couple in California petitioning Disney for a Down syndrome princess. a lot of petitions. One California couple believes that heroes or heroines with special needs are underrepresented, and so they're petitioning Walt Disney Studios to create a Disney princess with Down syndrome. Keston Ottdahl and her wife, Andrea, are mothers to 15-month-old Delaney. The couple keeps a blog called DelaneySky.com, which chronicles the experiences of raising a child with Down syndrome and offers a place for other parents to read personal stories. That's cool. I like, if you have some adversity, and I can imagine. I know actually my friend has a girlfriend that has a kid with Down syndrome, and it's a challenge.
Yeah.
So, kudos to these people for trying to open up people's lives to that and being a resource for other parents like that.
That's not a bad idea at all to have a Disney princess who has to face adversity within herself and not just the environment. Does that make sense? Instead of my parents died or something, but this is something as a person that I'm facing on a day-to-day basis. I think that's really good.
Yeah.
Otto Doll, and it sounds like a weird name. It's Otto OTTO/Doll. It's a hyphen, so I apologize if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. Calls herself a huge Disney fan and admits that her daughter is mesmerized by princesses, but she wants the company to create a new character that special needs children can look up to. Yeah. She says, "I would love for Disney to make their animated films heroes, princesses, and princes of all abilities, so people like Delaney will feel included and more people will have compassion." I can't imagine that people aren't compassionate to a child with Downs. I feel like I wonder if that's happened or she's just putting that on, like, just saying that.
Maybe just the Disney movies don't really show that too much. But I mean, if you've ever seen a special needs kid at Disneyland, it's like the best day ever for them.
Yeah.
Right, especially with Downs, right?
Yeah.
Disney does a great job of depicting right from wrong and has long providing wonderful moral lessons that teach our children to be good people, but sadly the company comes up short in one critical area. Its movies have almost no representation of disabled people, those often bullied and looked down upon by their fellow children. Kids will bully people if they're not disabled. So kids are just
Notre Dame.
Kids are just mean. Yeah, Hunchback of Notre Dame. What wonderful lessons of diversity and compassion and acceptance Disney could teach our kids if they promoted disabled characters as heroes and heroines in their beloved movies. Apparently, October is Down Syndrome Awareness Month. A petition was posted earlier this month, and today has garnered over 42,000 subscriptions. So you can go to, I don't know, I imagine change.org or something like that. No, the petitionsite.com. Ask Disney and Mattel. I don't know what Mattel has to do with it. Why not every
just make a figure.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's cool. Here's a question, and I don't know if mean it to be insensitive, but do kids with Down syndrome know that they have Down syndrome?
Yes.
Like, so if they saw a child with them in a movie that had Down syndrome, would they relate any more or less than it sounds like their kid is relating pretty well, is infatuated with Disney princesses already?
Different functionality.
Okay.
So there are some that would. There's some where, trying to say this and not sound insensitive, but there are some who are not very functional, and then there's some who they know. I mean, they're able to function within society. They know that they are a special needs person, and I think it would be good, and not only for the special needs kid, but also I think that it would put a new face on kids with special needs to the kids who are not special needs, because I think a lot of times kids look. If they see someone who looks different, they're not exactly sure how to relate to that kid. I think it will put a new face on it. I think it's a good thing. It's a very good thing.
You can sign the petition?
Oh, absolutely.
What do these petitions do, I wonder?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay.
That's too bad.
Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, that's cool. I don't really, have an opinion either way on it. I mean, I guess it's fine. If people want it, and it sounds like there's quite enough people that do, then sure. Sounds good to me, man.
I think it'd be good.
Good luck to them. So if you guys want to support them, go sign that petition. Okay, we'll do the fact of the show, and then we're going to split. Let me get my other music in here because I got to do this weird, where is it? Intro, outro music. That makes sense. At the north part of the underground, cavernous, whatever. Okay, the fact of the show. as the sculpting for the Tarzan's treehouse was going on, it was a little model, and the model maker on the side of the tree made a knot on the tree. You know, like trees have knots and whatever. And so when the final sculpting was approved for that tree, and they grew the tree up, the knot on the side of the tree didn't look like a knot so much anymore as kind of a vulgar thing. So so they didn't notice until they sculpted the tree just like the model. So instead of tearing it apart or whatever, the artist came in and kind of reshaped the knot to look like Jabba the Hutt.
Nice.
So next time, and it's something that nobody, and I was looking at it last time Tara and I were in the park, nobody noticed. People were leaning against this thing. Nobody notices. So as you're facing the entrance to Tarzan's treehouse, on the left-hand side, on the tree right there, it's a little skewed, but you look at it, you go, that looks like Jabba the Hutt. Did they really do that on purpose? Yes. We have our inside friend talked to the person who actually did this. And he admitted that, yes, because the knot kind of looked like Jabba anyway if you squinted, and he just kind of reshaped stuff and resculpted it to specifically be Jabba the Hutt. So it's not something that you kind of squint at like people see Jesus in their toast or something like that. It's not this. It's Jabba the Hutt. And we'll put this picture online. It's pretty cool. And I thought you guys would get a kick out of that. It's neat. I didn't know about it before. And I was like, what is going on here right now? That's Jabba the Hutt. Anyway.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome that that's what it really is.
Yeah. And
I was a little concerned that it wasn't actually going to come out as a true statement, but it is, and I love it.
Yeah, me too. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's a cool thing. So anyway, hope you guys had a good time. Taryn, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, good
And
job.
hope you guys get inspired to go and check out Holidays in the Park. Until next time, everyone, keep your ears up.